Good morning. I'm Kenneth Wilson, your county administrator. We are excited to have another episode of Talk of the County. This is what I will call the County Administrator Series. I'm taking the opportunity to have conversations with some of my colleagues from across the country, those that I work with in the National Association of County Administrators. So this morning, I'm fortunate enough to be speaking with a professional from the West Coast, Utah County to be exact. The floor is yours, sir. Introduce yourself. Tell the listeners about your county, how you got into this work. Did you know from college that you was going to end up being a county manager, administrator? I don't think that just happens to too many of us. Even though I met a kid that shadowed me once, and he said that he knew that he wanted to be a county administrator in high school. So the floor is yours.
Great,
Ezra.
thank you. Yes, I'm Ezra Nair. I'm the county administrator for Utah County government. It's the second most populous county in Utah, just south of Salt Lake. Our county seat is Provo, Utah, home of BYU, which is where I went to school. I got my master's degree in public administration there, and have just fell in love with public service as I've worked here. So I came from the city, actually. I was a city manager for a few years in one of the fastest growing cities in the county, and had made the jump over to county. And the county's been great. We have so many unique issues with our fast growth as well. The county's very young. It's growing rapidly. We're projected to hit 1 million residents by 2065. And a lot of the projections have us even becoming more populous than Salt Lake County. We've got a lot of room to grow still in Utah County. Mm-hmm. We've got a little over 2,000 square miles of land area, and one of the largest lakes in Utah, kind of second to Salt Lake, but largest freshwater lake, I think. It's about 140 square miles right in the center of our county, and that creates some unique challenges for us, but a lot of great opportunities as well. I really love local government. I mean, there's so many things at the county that are very exciting. Every day is a little bit different. You can go from, as you know, public safety to our health department, to public works, so many different issues that we deal with every day. But yeah, the growth is a huge challenge for us, but presents a lot of opportunities as well.
Growth is opportunity. Ezra, I know that there are many people that the appreciation for Utah, I would say, is growing every day. The two occasions I had to be in Salt Lake County, I met people that had were California transplants, Nevada transplants. Because of what you just said, opportunity in caps is represented by the state of Utah. I think it's been a lot of myth busting too, associated with life in Utah. There's a lot of living that you can do in Utah. Talk a little bit about, you got people that have come for jobs and opportunity from places like LA, Las Vegas. Every time you get in an Uber in Salt Lake City, you hear from somebody almost that has a story as to how they ended up here and that they love it. So
yeah,
tell my podcast listeners a little bit about that. Now, I don't want nobody to leave Franklin County and come to Utah about it. In this half an hour, we're going to talk about this, but I want you to share it with our podcast listeners.
No, that's great. Yeah, I'm a transplant to Utah myself. I actually grew up in Illinois, the west suburbs of Chicago, just out there. But I've been in Utah for about 14 years now, and have loved it a lot. It's an incredible place. And, a lot of people think of it as kind of a smaller knit religious community, because that's where we got our roots from. I mean, pioneers came out from, running from religious persecution, ended up settling in Utah, and that's where a lot of the growth originally stemmed from. But as the word has gotten out, as more people have come to Utah to see the mountains, the Salt Lake Olympics in 2002 was huge for us, the Winter Olympics, and we're actually hosting them again in 2034. So we're very excited to kind of bring the world back as well. But the more people come and visit and see, we can be from Utah Lake to the mountains in half an hour. It's pretty amazing the amounts of recreational opportunities that are out there, and the environment is really amazing. But then also our growing tech center have a lot of jobs in Utah. We have one of the youngest demographics in Utah County in the state, and so a lot of those jobs are focused right around Utah. We have transit options to get to work, and a great network of work, recreation, family lifestyle, lots of things that people just love. So it's a great place.
What attracted you, a kid from Illinois, to Brigham Young University?
Yeah, Brigham Young University is a religious school. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the main. It's the religion that the school is founded from, and so I am a member of that church.
Okay,
that's what kind of brought me out to Utah. There.
So does this general student body take the code of conduct that the athletes and others that are part of the university community around abstaining from alcohol and different other codes of conduct associated with being a student, athlete, and or a scholarship, or if you're on an academic scholarship, I would assume that you make those same covenants as far as behavior is concerned.
Yeah, actually, the entire university does. All the student members, whether you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints or not, going to the university, you agree to live to that honor code, and everybody tries their best. I'm sure. Not everybody, of course. We've had a couple situations in the news that
they didn't make it.
They didn't make it, but we all try our best and try to uphold that code and ask for forgiveness when we make those mistakes.
So you go for 4 years. You hear a lot about the missionary work that's required. Does that happen within your 4-year period, or that's in addition to your 4 years as a 4-year student there?
Yeah, no, if people choose to serve missions, it's a 2-year commitment for young men. You can go actually either before you go to school. It's not necessarily associated with the school. Some people go, they don't necessarily go to BYU. For me, I went to BYU for a year and then took some time off to serve in South Carolina. So I went to South Carolina, spent some time over there, teaching people about Jesus Christ and sharing and serving, lots of service opportunities. And it's a really great experience, I think, to get out and see the world. Some people go overseas, some people stay in the country. But for me, it's just been it was a great experience and pretty foundational to my desire to serve and actually to get into public service, kind of seeing how they deal with some of the issues in South Carolina with public housing, and obviously they're growing as well, just with nice weather and
low cost of living.
Yeah, exactly.
Cost of living is a big benefit in the South Carolina community, and I think Utah. I think benefits from now the growth is occurring, but you're able to get in front of it and have it occur in a controlled way. And I also think that you all are selective in the industries that are coming to Utah. Talk a little bit about the growth industries that are coming to Utah. I know you all are a biomed, high-bed. You all have AI and all the different things that are occurring in the state of Utah and in Utah County. Let's put the focus on Utah County.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of different sectors that we focused on. Tech is a main one. Our educational institutions. We actually have 5 large universities. BYU's a well-known one, but we also have Utah Valley University, a couple medical schools as well, and it's a big part of our drive for more tech and other jobs as well. So we kind of train our workforce here and then have lots of jobs for them to move into. Manufacturing is a big one. We have a military base on just like the south end of Salt Lake County, which is close to Utah County, and so that drives a lot of jobs in that sector as well. Lockheed Martin, different industries actually stationed out of Utah as well have headquarters, or not necessarily headquarters, but areas where they build and manufacture there as well.
Housing. Is affordable housing and housing in general an issue in Utah, or is new construction occurring at a rate that is necessary to keep up with population growth and the income levels?
Yeah, that's been actually a huge issue that we've dealt with. It's been the number one issue for the governor, and Utah County's played a big role in trying to alleviate some of that. But housing prices have skyrocketed. We used to be an incredibly affordable state, and then I think kind of in the COVID era, a ton of people moved in, and then we still have a lot of kids in Utah, and so those kids are growing up and trying to find housing of their own. So there's a lot of demand in the market, and so we've tried a bunch of different methods and worked with the state on incentive programs to help increase the supply of housing, because we have land, but infrastructure is the biggest issue. We only have so much water in Utah, living in the desert, and our transportation grids are incredibly strained as well. So we're trying to look at innovative solutions with transit options, with advanced air mobility, to try to figure out ways to navigate the terrain of Utah. It's beautiful terrain, but it also makes it really difficult building roads through the mountains and other issues that we deal with.
Is traffic an issue in Utah County?
Definitely an issue, but not as bad as some areas. I think we've done a really good job investing in transit options to make sure those peak times of demand when people are commuting, that's we have this main north-south corridor on the I-15 that receives a lot of travel daily, commuting in the morning and the evening, and we're trying to do everything we can to enhance our transit system to get those cars off the road and provide options for people that can hopefully also make housing more affordable.
You all have a pretty advanced light rail system.
Yes.
Does it connect Utah County and Salt Lake County, or is there a break?
Not yet. Yes, that is actually a pretty big point of contention that we're working through and trying to get that light rail connected to Utah County. We're right now working with a company that does microtransit services, and so it's essentially it's kind of like Uber for transit, where you download the app through our transit provider UTA, and you can schedule a ride, and it'll connect you to the different transit options. It'll connect you to trains or buses to get you to your destination, but then also solve that first last mile problem where you have a van that can get you from the station to your destination. And so we actually are doing a really big partnership with our transit authority in Utah County right now. The county is funding a significant portion of it, but that's going to give us a lot of the data that we need to let the state know, hey, we need additional resources to get the trains down here, get the light rail down here, because we're expanding not only our ground transit options, but we've recently invested. We have an airport in Provo. The county has invested $79 million into expanding that airport and providing kind of like a second hub to the Salt Lake International Airport, so that you can have more trips in and out.
Yeah. You have the Utah Jazz. So you have NBA, which is just kind of like on an island there. What other sports, other than collegiate sports, that our listeners may not be aware of that exists in the Utah region?
Yeah, NHL. We have the Utah Mammoth now. It's a new hockey team. We are very excited about them. This is our second year of having the Utah Mammoth here, and with all the eyes on the gold medal hockey game in the Olympics, we have one of our Mammoth players on the team, and so excited to see the success of that team, and we're hoping to bring that excitement to the 2034 Olympics as well. Of course, we've got the 2030 Olympics before that, but we're very excited about how much hockey is just growing as a sport in the state.
how soon will the infrastructure investments and for the facilities that you will be adding? I know you all benefited from the last Olympics and the things that were built in. How soon will all of those things really take off to build the preparing for the Olympians to be there, the building of the villages and all that goes with the Olympics?
Yeah. After the U.S. hosts the Summer Olympics in L.A., that's when all eyes will kind of go towards Utah, as that'll be our next U.S. venue. But it's great. We've actually kept our Olympic facilities in really good shape since the 2002 Olympics, and that's given us a leg up on being able to meet the demand and meet the needs. But we'll definitely need to add more. In the 2002, we had a big focus on Salt Lake. For 2034, we've got the name as the Utah 2034 Olympics because we'll have multiple counties involved. We've got an Olympic venue in Provo that we'll actually host games at, and we're very excited to connect more of the counties together through the Olympics as well, and have those a little bit of one-time investment in infrastructure focused on the long-term benefits. That's how we're able to build such an amazing transit system, is using the Olympics as a catalyst to continue to grow our transit system for a long-term impact, and not just spending all this money for a 3-week period or 4-week period for the games.
If I go to Salt Lake City, or I'm in Utah County, I'm gonna say Utah County. What restaurant, what type of food is a must in Provo? What is the food in Provo that I absolutely should have next time if I happen to be in Utah County?
Yeah, there are actually a lot of options. That is one thing. It's interesting. Utah's not well known for having lots of bars and drinking and stuff. There are those options for sure. But we recently actually had a gentleman come by who's big into the Big 12 sports, and he said, Utah is great. It's like, I won't drink, but I'll eat. You have so many places to eat, and I think a lot of it comes from we have a lot of our population that's traveled the world, and that comes back to live in Utah, and they bring restaurants with them. They bring different cuisines from all over the U.S., all over the world. We have amazing international cuisine actually in Provo, and so you really can't go wrong with anything. Just go to Provo Center Street, and there's I think it's the most concentrated. I know it's in the state, but it's one of the most concentrated areas of independently owned restaurants. So no chains really on that center street. You can just walk through and go to really any of those restaurants in our downtown scene in Provo.
Come on, Ezra. You almost sound like a certified tour ambassador who's trained to say they're all good. Come tell me one type of food. What's your favorite?
My favorite is actually,
what's your favorite?
Good Southern eats in Utah. So Station 22 in Provo. That's you got chicken and waffles in Provo. People almost don't believe it when they hear it, but it is amazing.
Chicken and waffles in Provo.
That's right.
Southern food in Provo.
Mm-hmm.
They got greens in Provo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of the unique
great fried chicken in Provo.
There's great fried chicken in Provo.
Grits?
Yeah. They got grits.
They got grits in Provo.
Yeah. People don't believe it. Joe's Cafe, he makes a mean grits. That's just in Orem, just up the street from Provo. But
now, when we talk about grits, please tell me salt, pepper, and butter, and not sugar.
Well, he's got both options. So.
Oh yeah, no.
I go for the salt pepper.
No, we can't.
I go for the salt pepper, but some people love the.
We can't be doing no sugar and no grits. See, that's gonna hurt the legitimacy of Utah County if that word leak out that they putting sugar and grits in Utah. If you're gonna be legit, it's got to be salt, pepper, and butter.
We got all options.
I'm biased. I'm just going to say it. This is my podcast. We ain't talking about no sugar and no grits on Talk of the County podcast. We just aren't doing that. Ezra, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. Now, what do you do for leisure? What is the top leisure? Everyone, one of the things Utah is known for is the Salt Lake, the Sundance Film Festival.
Yeah.
just north of I think it's north. I think I got my geography right, north of the Salt Lake area with for the Sundance Film Festival.
Sundance is fantastic. So actually, I'm glad you brought this up. This is a best kept secret of Utah County. Sundance is actually in Utah County. The area that Robert Redford bought and called home is in Utah County, and that's where the Sundance Film Festival originated from. But Sundance is actually a beautiful mountain resort in Utah County. It's in unincorporated county, and so we are great partners with them and help them with a lot of their needs as well. There's a new resort out there that we've helped fund, where a good portion of it is going towards a veterans program to help veterans with PTSD or different challenges from serving. But it's an amazing resort. It's right in the mountains. It's very peaceful, tranquil. But that's where the Sundance Film Festival started, and then it kind of outgrew the resort a little bit.
Yeah,
So a lot of it's in Park City, but now it's moved to Colorado. But we're hoping it comes back eventually. But really, the roots started out in Utah County in that Sundance Mountain Resort.
Yeah, the skiing scene is also something that's big in Utah.
Yes.
Do you ski?
No, I don't. I like not breaking my legs. I've tried to avoid extreme sports for my long-term health.
You on snowboard?
I used to, but hung up the snowboard very, very quickly. I didn't even go for that many times, but I think I just fell over too many times. I was like, you know what? I like the hiking, and I'll just enjoy the scenery and not have to risk my life every time I enjoy it.
You avoid the steep hills and all of that speed.
Yes.
Okay. That's fair. What would a person not that we haven't covered would not realize that is abundant in Utah County?
Oh, that's a great question. Our farm scene is pretty amazing. Utah County is one of those unique counties that has a great mix of rural and urban living. Because we're growing so fast, we have a lot of land area, but at the county, we try to help maintain some of the farmland that we have.
Yeah.
We have a fund that helps support those farms as development pressures come in, so people can still, learn about where their food comes from. People can still have local food options. We have many great farms. We're actually the second biggest tart cherry producer in the country, in Utah County. And so farming and agriculture is very big in the county, despite having all the amenities of a wonderful urban environment.
So everybody that got painless joints in Utah County then with the tart cherry juice.
I guess so, yeah. So everything's great. I mean, we try to keep our people healthy by having local food and those options.
Now talk about that. That is one of the things that is part of the economic development message for the state of Utah, is that you all are one of the healthiest states in the country as far as diabetes, cancer rates, all of those things. Talk a little bit about what makes that be the case.
Yeah, a lot of innovative health solutions. We have healthcare providers. Healthcare is a huge industry in Utah, and especially in the county as well. And as we just continue our medical research and focus on healthy habits, it's easy to get outdoors in Utah just because you have so many different recreational environments within such a short drive or such a short bike ride or walk. We have a lot of investment in our trail network. We're just continuing to focus on that outdoor recreation and help people get the sunshine they need, get outside. We also have a young population as well. We mentioned that before. That definitely helps. But having kids around just keeps you young and hard, at least. I've got a few kids of my own that keep me very busy and very active. So,
what's the average household size in Utah County?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but I think you'll find most families, 3, 4, 5 kids is not. That's kind of the norm. Is
3, 4. Yeah, that's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said there's a lot of kids around.
Yep.
So as a result of that, what types of industries are there that cater specifically to families? Because you got kids, I know there's plenty of outdoor activities, but kids need to move. Kids need stimulation.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of trampoline parks, a lot of indoor playgrounds,
That's what I was
arcades. Some of the things that I don't really remember seeing too much back in Illinois, but there's tons of recreational opportunities, a lot of demand for that, and so that's really one of those unique industries, I guess, that have kind of grown as well. They don't necessarily make all the national headlines, but
Right.
they're staples of our community as well.
How much emphasis and time is placed on public safety?
A lot.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. We want to keep our community the safest as possible. Utah County, we're known for investing a lot in our public safety efforts and really focusing most of the county efforts towards public safety. 80% of all our budget and operation goes directly to public safety. And we take pride in that in Utah County, and we want to make sure, first and foremost, we're keeping a safe environment for families and investing in that.
Is when individuals unfortunately have contact with the criminal justice system and they are placed under custody, is that under the city or the county is responsible for your jail/correctional facilities?
Yep, that's the county jail. And also the county is the board of our mental health resources as well. Our behavioral health facilities, we call it, is run through the county as well. It receives a lot of state funding, but the county supports greatly and directs the board as well for those efforts. And those work hand in hand. Public safety and mental health resources, criminal justice, it all works together, and the county is the main contact for all those.
What's the size of your jail in Utah County?
Yeah, it's expanding fast. So we've got roughly 2,000 beds, and we are probably needing to expand again shortly here. It's interesting as the county has urbanized and continue to grow. We're almost 800,000 residents. And it's shocking to see how much has changed. Our jail is actually featured on can't remember the network, but 60 Days In, that television show.
Yeah.
Had a whole series on our county jail, and so if you want to learn more about the jail, it's a great one to watch.
Yeah, okay. Americans love football. The NFL is an extremely popular sport. What is the team that most Utahns root for?
It's interesting, yeah. So it used to be the Broncos. That was kind of our closest team, but ever since the Raiders moved to Vegas, that's the growing one, a little more popular. But I know a lot of people in our county would love to see an NFL team in Utah. I'm not sure when or if we'll get there, but we're just excited about having hockey right now.
What is the Utah Mammoth is NHL?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I should be looking for that to see whether they come in and play the Columbus Blue Jackets, because I don't think they've been in yet.
Might be the case, but
that's cool. Baseball, is there a minor league baseball in Utah?
yeah, we have the Salt Lake Bees. That's our minor league team.
The Salt Lake Bees?
Mm-hmm. And they're relocating. They recently relocated to a little bit closer to Utah County. Not quite in Utah County yet. We're hoping to make a home for them there, but not quite.
What's the combined population of Salt Lake County and Utah County together?
2 million people.
2 million people?
Yep.
So that's major metro right there.
Yep.
When you put them two together, especially.
Yeah.
Reality TV. What reality TV is? It seems like Utah is a hotbed for reality TV. Why is that?
I honestly, I don't know. People, I think, just think we're a fascinating bunch. It's very interesting seeing the dynamic of kind of a formerly only religious community kind of blossom into a lot of different cultures all meeting together. But I think just the diversity of cultures that we brought to Utah. A lot of people call Utah home that grew up in different areas, and so it makes for unique television, I guess.
Yeah. What part of Utah do they film Housewives of Salt Lake City?
I think that's mostly in Salt Lake, but I have no idea. I'm sure they're spending some time in Utah County. We've even got The Bachelorette is from Utah now.
They be misbehaving on that.
Yeah.
That reality TV folks be misbehaving. They ain't living by the code, is it? They ain't living by the code of conduct.
We definitely
They in Utah just acting up.
Reality TV is interesting. It definitely highlights the more interesting things.
Yeah, the more interesting things,
I'd
definitely
say
for
the
sure.
most part, most
for the
families
most
can
part.
just enjoy it without having to deal with all that.
So, what's Spotify, Apple Music? What's your thing? What's your jam? What type of music you like to listen to?
Oh, I like all kinds of music, but love hip hop, podcasts. I mostly listen to podcasts. That's probably my main thing. If I'm driving in the car, I'm listening to podcasts, whether it's about credit unions, about counties, and this one I'll have to add to my list for sure.
Oh, definitely. You gotta add Talk of the County to your podcast. We got a whole catalog.
Yeah.
We got 2 seasons, so you can catch up.
Well, I'm excited.
Start with season 1 through 40. So we're gonna definitely make sure we make this available for you. Yeah, podcasts are definitely what's up right now. So I'm gonna ask you a question that I always ask, and I think that I got an idea of what I would assume the answer gonna be. If they ask you beach or mountains, which way you lean?
Oh, mountains for sure. I mean,
they probably out your window every day. You look, you can't miss them.
Well, that's the interesting thing about Utah is that I'm actually closer to the beach side, but they're both within a 30-minute span. So I've got beaches on Utah Lake. We're working on improving those. The county's invested in some projects to improve the lake shore of Utah Lake. But then the mountains are amazing. We're just short drive from the mountains. Such an incredible thing to have, and it's really interesting how the mountains and the valleys kind of combine to have such a unique living environment where we can enjoy both in a day. I mean, you can be hiking in the mountains and jet skiing in the next minute.
Yeah, I like to venture away from Franklin County and allow my podcast to expose people to other areas. So I so much appreciate your time in sharing about life in Utah County and the unique things there. So as we close, I always provide the floor to my guests to any closing remarks, any final words, any fun facts about your county that you want to leave on the record for podcast listeners.
Yeah, Utah County, it's a fantastic place. We really love it. It's heavily rooted in our community values, but it's vibrant with opportunity. That's the kind of tagline for our strategic plan that we've put together, and we'll be approving next month. And so we're very excited about that and just showcasing the opportunities that we have for growth in the county. And it's a great place to visit. We'd love for you to come stay. We continue to advertise Utah Valley. Explore Utah Valley is our visitors and convention bureau moniker, and there's so many places to explore in Utah County and in the state really too.
What I love about the National Association of Counties, NACO, is there's 3,069 counties, and if you've seen one county, NACO say you've seen one county. We all are unique, and we all have different characteristics. And by my involvement in NACO, I get an opportunity to meet so many great people like yourself, that we all come from different places and we land in different counties, and we all are going through a tour of learning, so to speak. And we're dedicated, most importantly, dedicated to service, dedicated to making our communities better. And county government is the most important level of government. I'm biased, but it's the most important level of government, point blank, period. So I want to thank you for spending this brief amount of time with us. And as we conclude, as I always close out saying, do you, because nobody else has time to. Thank you.